Gobble Gobble, let's make a family recipe book with photos, a recipe photo album. Hey, friend, and happy Thanksgiving week. I'm your host, Anna Like a Banana, and I'm so excited to talk about family recipe books and how you can turn these beautiful books into a photo album too. So, I am not the world's best cook. I do my best, but I love recipe books. I love flipping through them and looking at different recipes and ingredients lists. And I especially love the ones with photos. I want to see flour on the counter, the pie crust edges, hands in the dough. I want the kitchen mess and all the beauty of cooking together in the same frame. So, in this episode, we are going to talk all about making your family recipe books and adding in those special photos. So, family recipes aren't just instructions, they're little heirlooms we pass down, full of flavor, stories, and love. And when you pair a recipe with a photograph, suddenly it becomes a memory you can keep forever. So, story time. I was very inspired for this episode by obviously Thanksgiving and family. And one day I was scrolling social media and I saw a mom who made a recipe photo album with her son. So they absolutely love to cook together. And she hired a professional photographer to capture them cooking and making their favorite recipes. And then she took those photos and turned it into the most gorgeous recipe book. And it was a labor of love. It was a really special gift that she gave her son that he will always have. And what she did was she used a template off a photo book site, and then she put her recipes in the template and placed the photos right beside it. And it really felt like she was capturing their family's flavor. Like it wasn't just a cookbook anymore, it was the story of them. And that's the magic of a recipe photo album. It's a part cookbook, part memory book. Recipes tell you how to make something, but photos show you why it matters. And year after year, those little moments in the kitchen turn into the traditions your kids will remember the most. So, let's talk about how to make your family recipe book, how to include photos, how to get started. You don't need anything fancy. You just need a way to hold your recipes and your photos together. So, here are my favorite options. Option one, you can do a printed finished photo book like what that mom did for her son. That book was polished and permanent. It was one and done. You couldn't add any more to that book. If you wanted to make another one, you would have to make a whole nother book. So if you want something really polished, something done, you're not going to add to it, go to Shutterfly or Mixbook, and they already have beautiful cookbook templates. This is perfect for things like grandma's recipes for the entire family, a holiday gift that you want to pass down, and a collection you don't plan to add to. And guys, just go scroll on Shutterfly or Mixbook and look at the different templates. There's all different kinds. There's modern, there's historical, there's floral, there's all different kinds of cookbook vibes that you can choose from that fits you and your recipes and your family the best. All right, option two. I love this. This is such like a little sneaky, clever way to make a recipe book that's very low cost and very DIY. And the best part is, two best parts is number one, it's waterproof. And number two, you can continue to add to it year after year. So you're going to go to your local big box store like Target, Walmart, Staples, and you're going to go to the office supply section and go get a 1-inch plastic 3-ring binder, like something you would use for school. And then get a pack of those 8x10, like the size of a normal piece of paper, plastic sleeve packs. And usually they come in like a pack of 20. So you get 20 plastic clear sleeves that you can fill. Okay, so you're going to put that together and boom, you've got a waterproof, wipeable recipe book you can add to forever. So what I like to do is get like a cardstock 8x10 paper, bonus points if it's colored, something cool. And you can put 4x6 photos on it of your recipes. And you can also include handwritten recipes. You can include printed recipes. You can add stickers, embellishments, anything you want. Or don't. You can make it as simple as you want or as creative as you want. But I love this really easy DIY waterproof binder method because if you're like me, when you cook, you make a mess and your hands are messy and sticky and you're trying to flip through the recipes or your phone to read the recipe. If you do it in a binder, you can just wipe it off. It's waterproof. It's nice. It's perfect. All right, so that was option 2. Super easy DIY. Option 3, you can go buy a pre-made recipe book. Some local craft stores will have them and they're already filled out for you. So it's a binder, kind of like what we just talked about. Usually they're like a ringed binder and they have appetizers, entrees, dessert sections with cards that are already filled out where you just write in the ingredients and then there's space to write the recipe. And sometimes there's space to add photos too. You can add photos into the notes section or just post them on like an extra recipe page. So that's option 3, buy a pre-made recipe book. Option 4, go scrapbook crazy. This is similar to that DIY option, but instead of going to the office supply section, you're going to actually go get a nice scrapbook out of the scrapbooking section, and you can make a beautiful scrapbook style recipe album. And usually these are also waterproof and expandable and endlessly customizable. This is like a step up from that DIY office supply version, but these are super cool. I really like adding in those handwritten recipes. And with a scrapbook, you have tons of room to do that. You can put in grandma's handwritten recipe and right next to it, print off the recipe so everyone else can read it and put it in the book. It will be beautiful. So those are 4 different ways of making a finished recipe photo album. The beautiful polished book off Shutterfly or Mixbook, the low-cost DIY type, going to your local big box store and getting your school binder, a pre-made recipe book, or a beautiful creative scrapbook. Now we're going to talk about the types of photos to include. So do not overthink it. You don't need a ton of photos to make this meaningful. And here are the essential photos. So number 1 is a photo of the finished recipe. Y'all, I do not buy recipe album or books from the store unless they have photos in them. I'm like, I want to see it. I want to see what it's going to look like. Even if mine doesn't look exactly like that, at least you kind of know you have a goal. So a finished photo of the recipe. My second favorite photo to include in these recipe photo albums is a portrait of your master chef. So whether it's grandma with her pies or your uncle with his chili or dad grilling with his barbecue grill, get that beautiful portrait and print it. I also love seeing photos of the kitchen, that kitchen that you all cooked in together, like a wide shot of it where you can see the oven, the table, the sink. It changes. It changes so much faster than you think it's going to. I wish I had more photos of us cooking in my parents' kitchen when we were younger because the kitchen looks different now, And so grab that kitchen photo, grab that picture of the oven your grandma used for decades and put it in your book. Another fun one is the ingredients spread out on the counter. You can make this a candid shot. You can make it posed and put everything nice and neat, whatever floats your boat. Always love action shots of hands chopping, mixing, kneading, especially if they're like those little baby hands that are helping you out, or maybe your grandmother's beautiful weathered hands making a special cookie for you. Those action shots are super neat to include in this album. And of course, the last photo I'm going to suggest is any cool vintage photos you can find. If you can find a photo of grandma cooking in 1975, add it. It will be super special and really tell the story of the dish, not just the dish itself. So this Thanksgiving, your assignment, I want you to start your own family recipe photo album. So while you're cooking, snap a photo of grandma and grandma's hands mixing the stuffing. Get that photo of the ingredients, a photo of the kitchen, all messy with lots of love and lots of action, a photo of the Thanksgiving table right before everybody digs in, and maybe some candid moments of grace, laughter, and kids sneaking rolls. And then pick one recipe, one photo, and add them to your family's recipe album. If you do this every year, you will build the most beautiful generational keepsake. I made this episode specifically for all of you cooks. I absolutely adore people who love to cook. I am not one of them. I do cook. I like to bake, but people who, their love language is cooking for others, you really are special, more special than I think you realize. And I really want you to print your photos. I want your family to see your labor of love and be able to not just taste it, but hold it in their hands for generations to come. So thank you to all the chefs out there. You are very special and we appreciate you. I hope you loved this turkey inspired episode. Tag me in your family recipe photo albums you make this year. And as always, go print your photos. Gobble, gobble.